Hello everyone, it's me, GameSlide99, aka No-Brainer. Welcome to another Star Wars Destiny video. I've decided to dust off the old Count Dooku Jabba the Hutt deck, the whole mill sort of thing, and I've reinvented it to suit my own purposes in an attempt to make a better version. And I am gonna just keep the Electroshock and Force here and hope I can use some removal on this guy. I don't have all that much removal, unfortunately. And I drew both my Rise Agains in my opening hand, so that is absolutely perfect. I created a Jabba Dooku deck, mill once more, but I'm using exclusively blue 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 force powers like Force Push and like Force Throw that have range damage sides, and I have included loose ends along with no disintegrations. Oh, okay, so I get to choose the battlefield, and I'm definitely choosing his. We have the exact same battlefield, Otto Gunga, but I get to have shields with this one by choosing his. So that's nice. Um, so yeah, I basically created a mill deck with, because of no disintegrations, that's 4, and then each loose ends is also 4. So for a theoretical 12 off the top of the deck, which is pretty effective. Wow. Okay, he just well then, well then. That's not a great start for me. I will admit that right there. I'm gonna re-roll this focus side. Yep, back into focus it goes. All right. Well, I want to take the resource so I can play an early force throw or something. I was kind of hoping he'd go after, kind of hoping he can go for Dooku. He's not going for Dooku. I can discard up to 2 cards, so that I only take 2 damage from the Palpatine, and I can take a resource. Yay! So at least I'll get a force throw on Dooku early. But yeesh. But yeah, the idea here was that I'll just use Dooku's built-in tankiness because I don't think Vibro Knife is nearly as much of a threat as people think. And then just start milling off the top of the deck, using cards like Dark Presence to provide some good removal options. But I don't have as much removal as some decks. My Django Jabba deck had more removal. For example, did he pass? Oh, he did pass. Okay. My Jabba Django had much more removal than this deck does. Um, well, no, not really actually, because whilst it does have loose, you can't really rate the On the Hunts as being more than just removing like 1 dice. So they probably have about the same actually. This one has deflect and isolation um, rather than 1/4 portion, and the other one on the hunt, the one that I just mentioned, yeah. Don't have a he doesn't like you, I don't think either. Actually, now that I think about it, he's passing again. All right, well, I don't know what he's wanting to do here, but he clearly wants to do something. Is this going to be like a high ground or something? Um, yeah, I can spend my time resolving all this stuff. Yep, that sounds good to me. So I will focus this to the 2 disrupt to try and keep his resources down. So that he can't go for the rise again. And yep, that's forcing him to doubt straight off here. No, not resolving it. I kind of do want to be milling, but I also would like to take the battlefield because that represents some health reduction. There, some health gain, I should say here, but whatever. I do still need to mill. It's vitally important. I got the overconfidence, the abandoned whole hope. Okay. So I lose the resource, then I get 2 resources, and we go again. Got the other force throw out. Interesting. Oh, I should have claimed as well because I could get the force throw out before he rolls out Palpatine. Yeah. Oh well. 2 blanks. That definitely makes up for his 2. That definitely makes up for his 2 throws, for his 2-3 damages there. I could immediately electroshock, but I wanted to try and get a force throw out there first. That was very greedy of me, and I don't think that's gonna be worth it in the end. but we'll see. Gonna isolate, okay. Alright, well now I can just start making up for my mistake and electroshocking all of his dice. Pity I didn't get my Feel My Anger. Feel Your Anger. Oh yeah, that's another card I have, Feel Your Anger. So I guess maybe I do have very similar amounts of removal. Or maybe I have more. However, one thing that definitely differs this one from my previous Awakenings lists to discard, well, I will electroshock. Nope. That's that. I will electroshock that as well. Yeah, something that's very different from my force lists. Oh, fast hands allow me to resolve the force throw immediately, which is very nice. Yeah, as I was saying, one thing that's very different from my Awakenings list is that I'm not using Crime Lord, Ace in the Hole Crime Lord. This deck is more focused on getting Force Push and Force Throw. I don't have Immobilise or Force Choke either. I took those out in favor of just more straight removal because Immobilise is not very useful. Is not very useful at all against Pomas, basically. Not very useful against Pos in general. I'll leave this like it is. Force him to get rid of 3 resources. Should really just keep on the hood for this guy who's passing a lot, probably. But scaring him with a disrupt is scary. He's gonna claim. Alright. Well, if he's claiming, maybe I want to just go for the 2 discard. But he's only got 2 cards. He's got 2 cards left in his hand, so let's actually do the triple disrupt and then take a resource. Okay, let's triple disrupt, and then to a resource, and then take the resource. And there we go. And draw 3. Perhaps should have discarded the force throw there. Oh, there's my overconfidence. There's my deflects and isolations. There we go. Now here's all the removal. Of course, he did roll out. He did get out the force speed, so definitely gonna have to be quick on that removal stuff. Ah, Holdout Blaster. An interesting choice. It makes sense for a Palpatine to have that, but I still find it weird sometimes seeing that. I feel like there is better stuff that you could put in there instead, surely. 2 range damage. Yep, I can deflect that at least. And then he has a lot of trouble resolving this stuff, which is nice. Takes 2 actions. Gonna do discard and reroll there, try and get to the damage. Oh, he's gonna reroll both of them. And he got nothing. Well, that's unfortunate for his first turn. He's still got a turn left. You know, with more discard. The thing is, you know, I did think about this. Ooh, no mercy gone. Wow, that's quite the decision there. That's the other reason why I don't necessarily like the Holdout Blaster. It does ruin your no mercy turns. 2 shields. And the 2 for a resource there. I'm gonna overconfidence these. Doesn't reroll both of them. Loses the lowest. And he lost the Palpatine dice. That was actually really risky for me because you only lose the lowest, and he ended up losing the Palpatine dice and this well as +2. Like that was super lucky for me. That should not have been allowed what I just did there. But it happened, so there we go. It happened. Yeah, this deck is a lot less resource intensive in general. So I will resolve the 2 discard for a resource there. No, it was it was that. Sorry. This is other abandoned orb. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, the Maz, Rays, anything's really set fear into me. Make me not want to play my immobilizers and force chokes, even though they were great cards. Also, the fact that they're a 2 cost, which really is really ruined by Whatchamacalls it? Great. Well, I can take the resource. Do 1 damage. Probably don't need the other Force Throw at this point. There's a Force Lightning. That's the other one. Ah, that was the other one that I've got as my Force Power here. Force Lightning. Force Lightning, not necessarily a great card, but it does allow you to use loose ends with it. Alright, you got his thing again. Force speed again. Let's isolate that dice. Plenty of removal to keep going here. Oh yeah, Force Lightning has the 3 range size, which definitely will help with the loose ends. However, one thing that I did consider is that Force Lightning also has the special. Combining that special with Force Choke is incredible. I just don't think I could afford it. I lost it, and my overconfidence as well. And I'll take the 2 damage onto the Dooku. What do I resolve something immediately? Yeah, I'll resolve this for 1. Because I might as well. Oh. Okay. Didn't even think about him having a deflect. Guess because I don't think about Palpatine using a lightsaber very often. He probably uses it somewhere in some extended universe stuff. I'm sure he does have a lightsaber, but I always think of him more as the lightning type. And the game definitely agrees with me. Look at that profile picture. Look at that picture right there. Is that not the most handsome Force Lightning shooter you've ever seen? You know, not a lightsaber at all. Lost the Force Light. He lost the holocron. Okay. If he wasn't the fact that he's kind of full built in that respect, that would be a problem. Okay, 1 range damage. Jabba's gonna die soon. That's gonna be a problem, unfortunately. Probably should have claimed, but because I'm losing out on so much potential health because I'm not ever claiming, and that's definitely a problem. But Force Push can come out, and Force Push is going to be effective against the Palpatine because I'll be able to just change his stuff to blanks. Not as effective as the Force Throw, but Vibro Knucklers, okay. Vibro Knucklers is a good card for milling with, and then there's also Dark Presence. Like, it's a great mill card, and it's great as well when you're fully built. When you got a fully built Dooku just sitting there and you got nothing to do with it. Now you got to feel your anger. So if I get lucky, he's gonna lose his all of his Palpatine dice. He doesn't lose all of his Palpatine dice, but I do still get to feel your anger to remove that one. Removing a dice every turn is effective. Yeah, 4 speed. Okay. This guy into reroll. Yep. How many cards does he have left? He has 8. Okay, and I haven't drawn any of my no disintegrations or anything like that. Wow. Okay. 3. So this will be 2, 4, remove 1. And then I will take 1 and discard the holocron. Alright. Well, that hurt. Oh well. Oh, I didn't put down my thingy, but oh well. Yeah. Let's just blank that. Let's just not deal with that at all. I don't want him to take a resource and rise again and get a Force Lightning out. And now he's on a bit of a clock here because Jabba has a good chance. Because Dark Presence, each character dice has a 1 in 6 chance, and then Jabba's also got the reroll, so you're looking at a good 5 in 6 chance for it. So you got a good chance of getting Dark Presence to work. Gonna isolate and remove the focus. Okay. Rolling out the Jabba, the 2 disrupt and the 1 resource. I will reroll the disrupt into a focus down. Hoping to reroll that into a Dark Presence card, but Reroll that into a discard, but oh well. Can't expect to get that. But yeah, Dark Presence is pretty good for the early game, especially if you set all of them up turn 1 and then turn 2. Okay, he's gonna remove that focus aside as well. All right, it counters basically one discard side, so I'll take it. If he wants to use the holdout blaster, he still has to discard to reroll stuff. Of course, he's probably just going to claim the battlefield. Oh no, he isn't. Okay. Well then, I will claim this, and I will remove the Dooku health. I say that because the chance of him, oh, he is down to just so few cards left. The chance of him just rolling a 1 damage to kill off the Jabba is incredibly low. I just want to get my removal in. No Disintegrations comes into play here. He's got 3 cards left in his deck. No Disintegrations isn't going to really work here. But I can get my second Dark Presence out, and then if I do end up hitting a discard side, which Force Push also has it, I can really mess with his dice rolls here. He's been wasting one of those slots, one of those Force Illusions, one of those upgrade slots on that Force Illusion. He really should be playing his Rise Again at this point to get that Force Lightning to work. Because with the Force Lightning there, I would have trouble surviving. But at this rate, I'm fine. This isn't piling on the hurt enough right now. He didn't realize I'd played the card. Alright. Give me all of the blanks. Well, I talked about how the range damage, he wasn't going to roll one, he was unlikely to roll 1 range damage, but the Holdout Blaster has that chance, and so that's what's going to happen there. But I'm just going to have to accept Jabba's death here at this point, and just remove those 2 dice. Now it's just going to be a Dooku. But that's okay. Don't have the resources to rise again straight away. Oh well. Let's just resolve the resource immediately. Honestly, if he doesn't claim here, I'll probably just end up claiming. Well, the discard side is kind of important to have. What do I even have in my grave? I have the other Force Push, and the other Force Throw, and the Force Lightning, and stuff. But I could just play Vibro Knucklers, right? I should have played Vibro Knucklers last time, because this is the mill card, right? It's that great and mighty mill card that I don't have. Let's just claim. Heal up. All I've got to do is tank him. Just tank him forever. Discard the first no Disintegrations because having a no Disintegrations in the graveyard is important. There's my loose ends and stuff. He's got only 1 card left in the deck though, so maybe I shouldn't have discarded the no Disintegrations. God damn it, because I only discarded 1 from his deck out of the end of it. Should have thought about that. I should have thought about that. Well, let's just discard the fast hands for a Vibro Knucklers. Gonna let him roll out, and then I'll Dark Presence whatever he rolls out. That's the plan. Do not have the fast hands anymore for the Force or Force Push fast hand stuff, but I am still loaded. Okay, here comes his Rise Again. Here comes his Force Lightning. There we go. That's what I said should happen. And now it's happened. Because of Holdout Blaster and the Force Speed, I have a pretty good chance of not. If I Dark Presence, he can just remove those 2 dice, and then he'd be fine with everything else. Alright, well I can do 4 damage if I wanted to. I could always just try and damage him at this point, but that doesn't seem like a good strategy. Probably going to discard to reroll, but discarding cards from my hand is... Each one of those is one potential health that Dooku has. Rolls the 4 for a cost. That's going to be 5 damage coming into Dooku, and there's nothing I can really do about that. But I can discard the Sith Holocron, reroll all these dice. Try and get something. Do not get anything, but I did get a focus side for the 2 discard. So at least I'll be able to do that. He's going to take 2 actions. Is he going to discard to try and reroll and get max damage here? Because that seems crazily powerful if he does. Oh, he gets some damage there. 8 damage that will be coming into me here. So let's discard 2, and then I'll take 6. Ouch. Resolves those shield, I have to discard the last card from my hand, otherwise I die. This is not the situation I want to be in right now. The Rise Again can heal me and save my life, but I don't have the resource for it. You can't make 9 out of that, that's a maximum of 8. The Rise Again could save my life, but I can't afford it. I really need some good rerolls there, and I just did not get them. Dark Presence to remove the last die, at least. Ugh. Alright, well, let's force him discard his hand at least. If I had the no Disintegrations played, well, I would have died because I needed everything I could get. Oh, he has 2 cards left in his deck, not 1. Huh. Any of these have... No. None of these have... None of these have shield sides, no. None of these even have resource sides. Wow, okay. Well, let's do this to 2. Throw the 2 in, take a resource. They've probably lost at this point. Both Rise Agains at the start, so evil. I have a deflect in isolation, but he's got so many sides that he can roll out here. The double discard kills me, the 4 range damage kills me. That's basically game. And he rolled the 4 speed special as well. I needed to be able to play a Rise Again, and I just could not get that. It cost me very dearly not getting discarding to reroll, not getting the resource. Because if I hadn't discarded to reroll, it wouldn't have. I would have been able to throw that away rather than the dark presence, and now I'd have been able to heal. But if I had, then. But if I had and I'd got the dark presence, then I would have been fine anyway. I would not have taken all of that damage. You know, Of course, by that same token, if I just discarded a card earlier in the game when Dooku was taking more damage, then I would have survived anyway. Drawing both Rise Agains at the start really messed me up there. Oh well.